Marxist international relations. Theory offers a fundamentally different perspective from traditional theories like realism and liberalism by focusing on the economic structures that shape global conflict and cooperation. While realism emphasizes state competition for power and liberalism stresses cooperation, those institutions, and democracy. Marxist center on the global capitalist system, the inequalities it produces, and the class struggles that arise from them. Challenging realism and liberalism. Focus on economic structure, realist and liberalist theories prioritizing the state as the main actor in international relations. Realists focus on power and security, while liberals emphasize diplomacy and institution. Marxist theory, however, sees states as embedded in global capitalist systems that serve the interest of the capitalist class. According to Marxist, global conflicts are often rooted in the economic system and driven by the need for capital accumulation. Wars, for instance, are not only about security or ideology, but about access to markets, resources, and cheap labor. Class structure and global inequality at the core of Marxist theory is class structure between the capitalist class, bourgeoisie, and the working class proletariat. Extending the global stage will their national exploit prepare ones which Marxists see as a result of imperialism, a product of capitalism. The inequalities between rich and poor countries for Marxists are driven by the global capitalist system that perpetuates underdevelopment in poor nations. Global capitalism and corporation. Marxism also critiques liberalism idea of international cooperation. Marxism argues that institutions like the IMF and World Bank primarily serve the interests of capitalist states and multinational corporations, perpetuating global inequalities, while liberalism argues that these institutions promote cooperation. Marxists believe they enforce policies that benefit wealthy countries, keeping poor nations dependent. Power dynamics in the international system. Economic exploitation and imperialism. Marxism argues that global power dynamics are rooted in an economic exploitation and imperialism. While the core states exploit the labor and resource of poor peripheral states, critical systems that perpetuates dependency and inequality. This economic structure is central to understand global power, not just military strength as emphasized by realist or political power is highlighted by liberalism. Multinational cooperation and global capitalism. Multinational corporations play a significant role in the global capitalist system. Marxists see MNCs as key agents of exploitation using cheap labor and resources from developing countries while influencing the domestic politics to maintain their dominance. Their corporation often wield more power than states, particularly in the developing world, shaping global inequality. Reference to contemporary issue. Global inequality is the widest gap between rich and poor countries and between the wealthy elites the working class can be explained as Marquis land. Global capitalism concentrates wealth in the hands of a few, perpetuating poverty in the global south despite global economic growth. For Marquis, this inequality is a structural features of capitalism, not an united consequence. Imperialism, while colonialism has largely ended, Marquis argued that now imperialism persists, while the national continue to exert control over poorer countries through economic policy and military intervention. For example, intervention in the Middle East can be seen as effort to control resources such as oil rather than purely for security reasons. Multinational corporation like Amazon and Apple wield enormous power in today's global economy. Marquis argues that these corporations exploit cheap labor in developing countries, evade taxes, and influence government policy to maintain their dominance. This economic power reinforces global inequality with MNCs, serve the interest of global capitalism. Conclusion. Marquis' international relations theory offers a different lens from realism and liberalism by focusing on the economic structures and class relations that underpin global politics. It emphasizes how capital drives conflict and inequality, highlights the role of class structures, imperialism, and multinational corporations, which is critical of the global capitalist system and expose the economic foundations that shape international power dynamics, providing a critical perspective on contemporary global injustice.